So imagine this. What if Superman didn't grow up to be a hero? What if he hit puberty, found out he was adopted, and decided, screw Earth, I'm taking over. Welcome to Brightburn, where aliens don't phone home. They snap bones, laser faces, and eat emotions for breakfast. We start off with the Bryers, loving couple, normal country folks. One night, they're chilling in bed doing the PG version of adult stuff. Then boom, something crashes from space like an Amazon package from hell. What do? Instead of calling NASA, these two pick up the pod baby like a clearance sale and raise it as their own. Biggest mistake of their life. Now fast forward 10 years. Lil Brandon growing up on the farm. Seems like a sweet, quiet kid, but something about him feels off. You ever met a kid that stares at chickens like they owe him money? Yeah, that kind of off. One day, Dad asks him to help start the lawnmower. Brandon struggles, grunts, and suddenly launches that thing like Tom Brady on steroids. Walks over calmly, sticks his hand in the bladno thing. Not a scratch, not a scream. Just vibes. That's when he realizes, I'm not like these dusty humans. I'm built different. So Dad sits him down for the big talk. You know, puberty, urges, girls. Tells Brandon it's normal to feel things. What Dad didn't know is that Brandon's urges come with X-ray vision and violent outbursts. Later that night at camp, Brandon's brain gets hijacked by the alien Bluetooth again. Voices in his head telling him something. He dips out of the tent, flies off, and ends up outside his class crush's house. You poor boy just teleported to Caitlin's crib like it's Google Maps. This man peeps through her laptop, creeps behind curtains, and when she freaks out, he vanishes like Houdini. Bro, that ain't love. That's felony with wings. Meanwhile, back at the farm, Dad hears the chickens going crazy. Pulls up expecting a raccoon, finds Brandon just standing there, in the dark, watching. The next morning, the coop is straight carnage. Feathers, blood, chicken guts, like a KFC crime scene. Dad's like, it's Brandon. I saw him creeping. Mom, she's in full denial mode. Our boy would never. Lady, he's chewing metal forks and drawing body organs in his journal. He's not okay. Now at school, Caitlin, the same girl he stalked, refuses to catch him in a trust fall circle. She lets him hit the floor. Oh, shit. Teacher forces her to help him up. Brandon grabs her hand and snaps it like a twig. Whole class is in shock.
You weird, buddy.
Caitlin's mom shows up ready to fight the whole school board. And all Brandon gets is suspension. No juvie, no investigation. Just go home and think about what you did. Mom's still defending him. Meanwhile, Brandon's out here speaking alien gibberish. Glowing red eyes, hearing voices like he's possessed. And the message, take the world. Our boy's villain arc is now in full swing. He finds out the truth, he wasn't born to them. They found him in the woods like a cosmic accident. He flips out and storms out the house. And guess where he goes? Back to Caitlin's place. Again, you can't be here. My mom doesn't want me to talk to you. And Brandon with the creepiest look goes, I'll take care of that. Pause.
What do you mean by that?
Next scene, Caitlin's mom, Erica, at the diner. Lights start flickering. Brandon's logo appears on the windows like the devil left his autograph. Glass explodes. A shard goes straight into her eyeball. Viewer discretion? Nah, we in there. She stumbles into the freezer. Brandon lasers through it like butter. And boom, she's done. Next morning, Brandon wakes up like, good morning, Mom, like he didn't just commit intergalactic homicide. He goes to his aunt's office for counseling because yeah, when you break someone's hand and kill their mom, a little therapy session should fix that, right? She asks if he regrets anything. Brandon deadass says, I feel nothing. I'm superior. My boy thinks he's Thanos with braces. Aunt's like, yeah, I'm calling the school, your parents, and the sheriff. Brandon hits her with the coldest stare like, you just signed your death warrant. That night, he visits her house. Knocks on the door, smiling like Satan's nephew. Still gonna tell Mom I have no remorse? She's like, yes I am. And he replies, you better not. It's good for you and for everyone. Creepy. She shuts the door. Goes to bed. Never notices Brandon already in her closet watching her like Netflix's You. Uncle Noah gets home. Sees Brandon creeping in the house in his red mask. Grabs him like, we going home. Brandon says, don't tell my parents. Noah, hell yeah, I'm telling them. But on the drive, Brandon snaps. Launches the truck in the air like it's a Hot Wheels toy. Drops it. Noah's jaw meets the steering wheel. Dead. Cold. No remorse. Brandon comes back like nothing happened. Dad's like, where have you been? Brandon, soccer. Mom, oh, okay, Jeva. Ma'am, your son has murdered more people than a Saw movie. Dad finally sees through the BS. Finds Brandon's bloody shirt, shows Mom, and guess what she says? That could be anything. Lady, please. Dad's done playing, takes Brandon on a hunting trip, waits for the right moment, shoots him point blank in the head. Guess what? Not a scratch. Brandon turns around, eyes red. He flies up and go get his killer custom and lasers his dad's skull in half. Father and son bonding? Failed. Meanwhile, Mom's back at home, goes through Brandon's stuff, finds drawings of all the murders. calls her husband like, "You were right, our son is a killer." But Brandon picks up instead. She's like, "Where's your father?" Brandon, cool as ever. "He's gone." "Gone where?" "You know." Chills, literal chills. Then he flies back to the house like Superman, but it's giving menace mode. Crashes through the roof. Mom hides and calls 911. The sheriff and a deputy pull up. Brandon wastes no time. He smashes both of them like ants. Mom runs, hides, bleeding, panicking. Then it hits her. The only thing that ever hurt Brandon was the spaceship. She runs to the basement, grabs a shard, hides it in her dress, calls for him, pretends to be loving again, lures him in with the "I love you" act. They hug. She stabs, or tries to. Brandon catches her hand like he was expecting it. Cold eyes, zero hesitation, flies her into the sky, stares at her with a menace look, and drops her like trash. Like she meant nothing. And as she's falling, we cut to Brandon, hovering in the clouds. And oh look, a plane. Next scene, news reports of a plane crash. The house is destroyed. Everyone died, except one person. Brandon, this ain't a redemption arc. This is a villain origin story. And now Earth is cooked. If aliens like Brandon exist, forget superheroes. We need therapy, garlic, and prayer. Subscribe if you think Caitlyn deserved better. Comment if you'd survive Brightburn, or be first on Brandon's list. I'll see y'all in the next one unless I get lasered. Peace.